I'm trying to perfect both, the over and the away.
Okay.
The away, I'm still working against the back.
Okay. So.
I'm beginning to do it this way. Nope. Not that forward, coming back to me. Nope. Yep. Nope. Not about that. Yep. There you go.
Good boy. It was long sleeve shirt weather. Now it's a little sunny. Do we? Yeah, I don't like it. For some reason I decided I don't like the shape of it as much as I thought I was going to. Okay. It's not very complicated, but
Okay, that's all right.
I gave you this one. The reason I went on the rails because you were saying that you're still having to utilize the rail for that particular one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to stand on this side.
Okay.
I'm going to just double check that that's facing the right way so we can see it, but you're going to do this one first, so back through, do this one, figure eight this one. You're going to send him like you're sending him to the barrel. You're going to ask him to stop before you change position. So he's going to go that way, and then you're going to ask him to stop. Then you're going to come to this position. You can if you want. I'm going to say, when you send him this way, you can plan to parallel each other, but you stay on this side of the block. Stop his front feet over him, over this one, because we know he can do that without assistance. Then you're going to step in here, continuing to over him, and then you're going to drive him over this one. Is that the direction you were driving? Otherwise, we could put it that side.
His face was toward the fence.
Okay. Oh, you need the fence. So, but his face was towards the fence, and was he moving this direction, or was he?
Yes.
Okay. So then that'll work. Now let me just make sure that this is all facing the right way. I can't see. Probably did. Yep. Yep, good. He clearly knew where you told us Nose to go, good. Yep. Oh. He just realized he could get out of there. He's like, wait, I'll do a puzzle. I know how to do puzzles. Yeah, but you're going to want to have him do the long ways. So his tail needs to be way over here.
Okay.
You just realized you can get out? Yep. Back. Good. Good boy.
Yes, good boy. I got a scratch. Good boy.
Good. It's okay. He's on the wrong page, so don't make him too wrong for it. Good. There you go. It's okay. Not really. He just was trying to overachieve. He's just getting the wrong answer. It's okay. There you go. So then from there, back him up past the mounting block.
Okay.
And then you're going to over him to the mounting block. Have you been successful at overing him to the mounting block now? Okay.
Nope.
Aw, he's just trying to be a good study.
It's okay. Back. Listen. Instead of anticipating, listen. Back.
Good.
Back. Yes. Yep. Back.
He's trying his little heart out.
Back.
In slow motion, but he's still trying his little heart out.
Back.
Good. Good boy. Good. Good. Your energy was right in helping him not make a mistake, but not making him wrong for the wrong answer.
How far back?
That's good, because you got to come and get on the mounting block. Good boy.
Yes. Over. Yep. Over. Yep.
Good boy.
Ah.
Yeah, even though he's kind of just doing it at his own pace, he's very involved. Okay.
Wow. I am so proud of you.
And it really was, he just didn't fully understand what you wanted from him before, that's all.
I'm starting to find that it's fun to teach them.
Oh, yeah.
It's not frustrating anymore. It's fun.
Yeah, because now you're at you're at the actual puzzle solving aspect of it. You're like, ooh, how can I make that? Because last time I was here, you're like, well, let me try this. Right? And that, when you said, how do you figure out like what works best for your horse? It's exactly that. Ooh, let me try this and see if that makes more sense to him. And it may not make sense to another horse ever, but it might only make sense to this one. Okay. Together, sideways over this one. Move him forward. Sideways him in front of this one. Back him up. Sideways. We don't need that one. Sideways him over that. Back him up. Sideways him behind that one. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to say, yeah, I know what it looks like. But if you follow my instructions, it's going to be a little bit different than you think. So this is going to help him.
So it's the opposite coming back.
Yep. So this is just, the idea is going to be to help him realize that even though he has the potential to assume, you might have different instructions.
Good, because he is an assumer.
Yeah, yeah.
Big time.
Like I always try to interrupt the assuming stuff
Okay.
because then they kind of take over and then we feel a little helpless.
Yes, and I'm going to try not to do that because I know he will. He's definitely I know what to do.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know what I know what to do.
I got this.
I know, Rio.
Sorry, buddy.
And this helps sharpen your communication because you know what you're actually asking for. Good? Yep, so give him some energy then. So use your support to give him a little energy at the ribs. Good, good, good. Yep. Good boy. Give him energy at the ribs so he knows that he's supposed to go. There you go. Yep. 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 Good. So as soon as you offer him the support, he responds immediately. So when he's not going before you think he's not listening, ask yourself, what am I not telling him? Because he listens to the support well.
And then I'm driving him over, correct?
You can, or if you think that he's got that well enough or you can sideways together over that one, and then you're gonna back him behind this one. Good? Yep, yep. Put your focus on his hips. Put your focus on his hips so he knows what to do with his hip. There you go, there you go. There you go. Because that's what he was lost. You're gonna back up. And he's gonna go sideways behind the one closest to me. Yep, focus on his hip because his hip seems to be what he has most trouble with.
I know it's there. Yep, I know. I know it's there.
Good. 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 And then I want you to get on the mounting block.
Okay.
You're going to send him out and around, stop him over the block. That's going to be the biggest one we have ever done with him.
Okay.
Because he's never been asked. He's been asked to do it, but he doesn't understand it. Good, who?
Oh, 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 oh. No.
It's okay.
Oh, oh. All right, I will have to do it again.
Well, he asked a lot of questions before he decided to just go. And that was because he heard kiss as his last thing. So he's asking questions now. He remembers hearing ho, but he doesn't know where that is. So now you just want to really play with the gas. He's trying actually really hard today.
Step up. Step up. Step up.
Good.
Oh, 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 oh.
It's okay. He's remembering, when he gets over there, he's going to stop again. He's remembering that you're saying ho. He's just not 100% sure where it is. So do step up without a kiss and see if we can't. There.
Good job. Over. 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 No, no. Nope, 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 nope. Over. Yep.
Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit, or else you can get him into trouble. You can over and back up too, but just so you don't get him in trouble. His front feet have always have to be closer to the obstacle.
Back. 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 Yep.
Good. Now over.
Over.
Yep. Yep. Go boy.
Yes.
Go boy. Yep. Over.
Yep.
So that's where the backup and the over go together, because this way he knows he's still supposed to come over.
Yep. Over.
Don't pull him. Don't pull him. That's your fault.
Over.
So his front end is your fault
I know.
because you pulled him. You pulled him actually twice. So he's not wrong for that.
Nope. That's why I just gave up that time and said okay.
You did a great job. You're trying so hard
He
today.
is trying really hard.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, does that feel good?
He's got all them bites. He's doing so good.
I know. Normally we struggle so much that I don't have to kind of keep thinking up new ones.
I know.
No, it's good. Let's see. Good, how are you? Hi.
Not really helping anymore.
No.
No.
Could it be just a wax buildup? Because sometimes that's all it is.
His hearing's just getting worse.
Watch him go. I heard that. That's it. That's this.
You know, it's like kids.
Yep, selective hearing. Men, children, and dogs have it.
Yep. I think this one wants in on the action.
Oh, as soon as he realized that he could come down here, he came galloping down here.
They both came to me.
Yeah, especially he's like, I want to play. Well, thank you for that.
I know. It's their spot.
Okay. Hopefully I can remember what I just did. I hate that too. Go around that one. Go around this one. I wish I should start saying it as I'm doing it, because like, okay, around this one, in between those two, back up, swing the tail sideways over that one. Please remember that.
Okay. Around these.
Because I just like totally tried to remember it 6 times already. No, around this one first, around this one,
Yep.
in between, back up, spin the tail away,
Okay,
sideways
gotcha.
over that one.
All right. You ready for this? I know you are. Yeah.
He's still standing like in a pose. Good boy. I know, right? Oh, a little too soon with the direction. Now. Now, you can use your driving, which you've been doing, to keep him straight past this one, because he's gonna have to. His butt's gonna have to tuck on that side of that one and back. Yep. Yep. Good. Now back. It's okay. Back. He's trying his little heart out. That's why we're doing more complicated ones.
Back. Yes. Yes. Just back.
Good. Good. And now make sure your body language just says back. Good. There you go. See how his backup changed a little bit when you became more intentional about your backup? Good. And this one last front step, and then you can spin his tail around. And then that's going to be a move together deal. So don't pull his nose anymore. Yep. There you go. Yep. Just his butt. Good. Back, 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 back. There you go. Concentrate on his butt. Good. Good boy. Good boy. See, these are the ones you're going to want to start doing when you're playing by yourself.
Okay.
Because,
This one I want to remember because this was good.
yeah, I mean, we could do this one again. Because what that does is it makes him have to realize, and it makes you make your communication much more clear. Because if you're doing sideways and you're like this, and now you want him to back up, but you haven't changed your posture. Yes. Okay, but as soon as you changed your posture and said, oh, this is just backup, he went, well, why didn't you say so, right?
Yes.
Like his backup became much more confident. Because what I like about him is he would be great to work with kids.
Yes.
You know, because he's just sort of willing to do it.
I know.
But he's doing it at a pace that's not dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, he's not getting emotional about it. He may be getting emotional about it and we don't see it, you know, but he's not getting emotional about it where he would be dangerous.
No, he never does that. He's very patient. He's had me for an owner for almost 7 years. He's got to be patient, right? You got to be patient.
Okay, so let's do that one again, and then I'll come up with another one.
All right.
And I want you to start getting more clear about how far away from an obstacle he needs to be, because he's crashing into him kind of by your guidance, so let's not have him crashing into him. Yep, 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 yes, good. Good intention with his nose. Probably one of the cleanest out of anybody that's ever... Yep, there you go. Good. Now make sure your backup looks like backup. There. See, now he's not making it any. Now he might possibly, because you went off to the side, but... Yeah. Good. So this is good because it challenges both of you. As I stand right in front of the camera. Watch the front feet, don't go anywhere. Good. You can back him up a little bit, back him up. Oh, he's like, that's okay, buddy. So that, well, and the one thing that I don't know how to get, if you listen to all our videos when we've ever done something with obstacle, I repeat, front feet have to be closer to the obstacle.
I know. I'm
That's,
always afraid they're too close. It's my perception here that needs to change a bit.
yeah, he's more likely to get in trouble with his hind feet.
Yes.
If his hind feet are too close. And then what that does is that damages the trust.
I know.
The more stuff like that happens.
How do I, is there going to come a time, let me put it to you that way, where I don't have to constantly remind him to back up because he's coming forward? Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's constantly coming forward, so I want to be able to line him up and just go sideways.
Then that'll be where your clarity of, like right now he lags with the hip.
He does.
So that'll be where your clarity of, I'm pushing this, don't go forward with your front. You can, if you want to try to find a way to replace the wiggle with like a block, like just your hand block, so that way you could do this and see if that can become the replacement.
Okay.
But as far as, he still is going to need something to say, it doesn't involve going forward.
Right. Okay.
Because there will be times where he'll be asked to, like we may do a line of cones this way, which will involve going forward and sideways at the same time, which would be
Okay.
a half pass.
I just don't want to feel like I'm being a jerk constantly, you know.
Right, so we can try to replace that. So when you're telling him to not go forward now, hold the rope to where it comes across your thumb like this, and wiggle it like that.
Okay.
So he'll start, it's just kind of like when I teach the over, I deliberately do it where my hand is over them, so that way if they learn it from the beginning what that hand cue is.
Okay.
So here you're going to start teaching him the hand cue of don't go forward, but you're going to use the support that he actually replace it with your hand.
Because I feel like, and this is something that I have to definitely, I have to work on. Needs to be perfected on my end. I tend to, with the back, when they start to come forward, I tend to get loud immediately because it's like no, you know.
Right, right.
Instead of just back, you know. I do tend to get a little bit louder, and I've
So,
noticed it this time.
Yeah, and you could just have that be part of, instead of waiting till he's coming forward, you could already be like, it doesn't, because kind of like when we tell them to over, sometimes we already automatically tell them, automatically tell them not to come with their face.
Right.
So we already put the block on their face.
Okay.
So we may be able to do something like that where we can say, but it's not about going forward, I need you to just go sideways. And he may learn that if he doesn't respond to the block, that since the rope is in this hand, you can fix.
Okay. All right.
like, you didn't hear this? Let me turn it up, right? And then maybe you'll be able to eliminate having to actually yell at them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
And I'm thinking what's happening is you're waiting till the mistake has been made instead of preemptively saying. Because you can politely say, you know, you get him in position, now you offer the sideways. If your energy is about like if your energy is about sideways, he won't think forward as much.
Okay.
But you can throw a gentle wiggle, because we've seen, like, when we don't mean to wiggle, and we wiggle for another reason, like because we're changing the length of the rope or whatever, the horse starts to back up. So clearly they can respond to a very gentle wiggle. So maybe once you get him in position, as you initiate the sideways, give him a gentle wiggle to just let him know, but it's not about going forward. And see if that can't create a communication.
I'm trying to be as light as possible.
Right. Oh, sure.
You know, but I feel like at that point.
Well, yeah, if he were at liberty, you have to be able to tell him, don't go forward. So I would say let's try to create some kind of don't go forward with our hand.
Wake up, buddy. You awake?
Well, I'm going to say why that looked that way. Because you pulled him this way, and then you started coming over here. I'm not really sure what you're...
Well, he's getting a little too forward, so all right, let me try this again.
But your energy, you're like, you were calling this part of him. That's why he thought over. So I'm not really, I don't even remember, like, because it made sense. You just were in the wrong position. But what you were trying to do made sense. I just... Yeah, but have him circle the whole thing. Yep. Yep. Good. 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 It's okay. Yep. Good. Yep. Real nice. That's bug related. Does he have a young bomber on his back? Has he got something that's on his back that's bothering him? Good. Good. That was a nice turn while backing up. Good. Just make that a block, not a pole. There you go.
All right, that was terrible.
It's all right. It really wasn't terrible.
Toby, move your butt. Move your butt. Come on, move
Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right here. It's a little bit unstuck, all right? There you go. I know.
Good. Now that's what I would have done if I was working with a horse and a piece got broken. Because I would say that that got dull. Not so much broken, but dull.
Yeah, and it's dull to begin with, and then sometimes he just, toward the end, he just gets real lazy.
Yeah.
So, okay. Can I try just over this
Yeah.
real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to,
Yeah, try to install the block.
all right.
Do you want want me to move these other two so they're out of your way?
No. Oh, oh, oh.
So his right front foot is okay, and hopefully the other one will move back when you yield his hind end. But if he goes forward, he'll get out of position. So he does have a nice rock back, that's good.
See, he's coming forward.
Well, you did, right there though, you just started watching again. So you actually weren't telling him anything. You were just watching. You were telling him at first, and then when you got about here, you just kind of started watching him. Which you don't do that often anymore, by the way. That's good.
Should I try it one more time?
Yeah. I want to move these so these are not in your way. So the front right needs to come forward. You can do it with the yield if you want, but just there. No more forward.
Nope, nope. No, no more.
That one needs to go back.
Put that foot back. Put that back.
Good.
Yep.
Now hopefully that will go back with
Move your butt.
the hind yield.
Move your butt.
But if it goes forward, then we have to fix that.
Move your butt.
Good.
Move your butt.
Good.
I'm too far on the side of me.
You were watching again. You're asking for what, you're giving him the right information, but you don't wait until he's fully caught up before you start just watching. So he's still, you know, when he's like this, you give him all the right information and he gets going, but he never fully straightens out. And then when he gets about here, you just start watching. Where is it? Where is it? Is it in here somewhere? Is it in there somewhere?
Did you get it or no?
He felt violated?
It was better. It was better, but
Yeah, oh yeah. Old habits will pop back out once in a while.
yeah, but I don't want it to become a habit. Okay, I have to remember I'm giving this animal instruction hope.
Yeah. So that front right needs to move forward, but you can yield at the same time as you guide slightly forward and yield. So make sure he knows that you're communicating with his rear end. And if you need to, from the position you're in, start allowing the rope to get longer so he can get familiar, because maybe he has gotten to where he's relying on you coming out and around. If you're trying to do it from in front of him, yep, ask that front foot to come up. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to say we need to fix, I'm just going to move this so we can fix it.
I was going to say, can you do it? Because I'm starting to feel frustrated.
Well, I need to fix what you're doing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not, yeah, it's not
Okay.
him. Okay. So what's happening is you're trying to change your position to be in front of him, but you then make the understanding from him not clear because you've made him rely on you actually being over here.
Okay.
So we have to teach him what it looks like from just
Here.
slightly off of him. So I would stay slightly off,
All right.
and I would swing and allow it to get as long as I can.
Okay.
And if you're not accurate, you're going to start hitting him here, but we're going to aim for here.
Okay.
So make sure that when your sight is, and by having kind of you putting a target there, it might help you. So it's a little dirty spot right there. I can probably even draw a bullseye.
You see what she's doing, Tobe, right? Good thing it's not hunting season.
So the point of that bullseye is where you're going to plan on touching him. Now you see his rib cage can get in the way of that. So your focus has to be
Okay.
good. Now, while
How far out?
you can be exactly where you are, allowing the rope to, with each swing, you're going to open your hand a little bit so it gets longer.
Okay.
Okay? So at first, you're going to try to just tip your head and be like, so where's that target again? Okay. And then you're going to, at first, just offer from here. Then what I do is I start bringing my hand more forward, and I kind of launch the rope out of my hand. Then I can start planning my touch. And plan your touch. You're going to plan the touch here, not here.
Okay.
Okay? So that he learns that that's your hind cue, and everything about your face has to be, move your butt. You can step forward with, I always forget to tell people about this one foot. You can step forward with this one foot, like an out and around kind of thing. Like I kind of feel my rib cage change, and I'm saying out and around.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yes. There you go, almost. You're always better to throw it away towards the fence than throw it away towards him if you feel like you're losing control of the rope. Yep, the next thing you can do is to tip his nose slightly towards you without pulling him forward. The idea is just to bend his nose towards the fence slightly. So he just asked, that was actually really polite. Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it.
Move your butt. Hey, move your butt. Move your butt. Move your butt. Yep. Yep.
But tip his nose to the front feet. Stop moving. There you go. Good. So let me just explain it to him just briefly, because I want you to do exactly what you were doing, but back. Okay, so you can have this between you guys like that distance.
Okay.
Okay, so you can kind of tip his nose. The only thing I do want to change is you've gotten very loud about how you try to get his attention.
Yeah.
It kind of looks mean.
I
So
don't mean
I
it
would try to
I
go
just
side
kind
to
of
side
make
more
it-
than like up
Okay.
and down.
To
So
me, he looks like he's sleeping.
he is. So I'm off center of that shoulder. Now I'm gonna focus. My eyes are right there. I'm not going to change my eyes anywhere. I'm not going to look at his face. I'm not going to see, are you awake? I'm going to just look there. My goal is to influence only that spot no matter what's going on here,
Okay.
awake or asleep.
All right.
Okay? So I'm going to step in, I'm going to bend at my ribs, and I'm going to tell him to move his butt. I don't use the words, I know you do, and sometimes it helps him, so you can. So I might now tip his nose this way to say, you might want to do that before. Good.